I am back.
Hi. Good evening, Mr. Taylor.
Hello. Goody.
Should have really said that while stroking the cat here. Yeah. Let's have a look. Where is 13 miles off? First episode, July 7th, of 2009. Last episode ain't been shown yet, so it should still be good. Network Sci-Fi. Joe, I love the Sci-Fi Network. I just wish they did mirror shows.
I know, and they keep keeping
The
cancelling.
thing is, they're
them
thinking
after
too
the
much money for
series.
their own good, so they keep cancelling series so they can start again. Because I'm like a kid who's been getting a bag of stuff. Woo, mate. I don't know. I
Yeah.
just concentrate on one thing at a time, mate. I mean, the only thing I've watched lately that was so good, episode 1, but shit actor, well, terrible actor, was that Under the Dome. Under the Dome. It was a Joe, that novel
What
under the Stephen King thing where every town gets stuck under a dome. So there's a series based on that,
Oh, yeah.
Channel 5. But
Mm.
around the world, like everybody said, the first episode was brilliant. Nothing was the whole fuck wrong with it. But every episode after that just got increasingly boring. So I'm looking at this here on Google, like, so it's got the shows underneath, like Eureka. Why, hey, that's still going. That was awesome.
Oh, that was awesome. But it
Yeah.
cost too much. They had too many
Here's
people.
one for you. It's also been on Big Bang Theory. Can you name it? 2 series.
No.
Not today. Alphas. Oh yeah. Oh, other there's
I
only
don't
2
know that
series,
one.
and it ended on a cliffhanger.
No.
Because it
Then I'm
it
definitely
bugged
not
me to this day
watching.
how it was
You'll
supposed
piss
to
me
end. And yeah,
Oh, that's the one that Sheldon
that's
was
what I was
phoning
gonna do.
for. Then he asked the writer how he was going to end it, and he went, "Oh, that's rubbish. No wonder they fired you."
Just like, just sort of every fan thinking they're thinking, you fucking tell him, man. I can't wait for the phones to come back. Oh,
I need to
Battlestar
start watching them
Galactica.
again, you know.
I don't
I've
know.
tried.
I'll never get into it.
I forced myself to watch 4 episodes, and
I was like
I'll
that
be honest
with
with you, I was bored
Breaking
shitless.
Bad. But the more I forced myself to watch it, I was like,
Yeah.
nah, don't like this. Next episode. No, Joey, it's like at the end of every episode,
You enjoyed
thinking,
it
how
more.
do I enjoy that? But I think I'll click next episode. Just
But-
I did that straight through all 5 series, and then I don't like that. I was but when Johnny say I don't like that, but the smile on your face when you're thinking that was just epic.
Yeah, I know exactly what
Because
you
you
mean.
said you
You're
know, like
kidding
you've got to
yourself,
stick to
Ian.
your guns, but it's getting increasingly hard with every episode. I wish they'd have fucking carried on with it though. I know it's only had a limited run the way it was going, you know what I mean? But I'm glad,
Yeah. Oh,
unlike
it was a good
other
ending, though.
series ended around the same time. Yeah.
You know, them doing Better Call Saul
What's it
series.
do?
That's going to be epic. Better Call
Oh,
Saul.
yeah.
You know, the lawyer. He's
I'll
having his
give
own
it a
spin-off.
chance. I'll be honest with you.
It's gonna be set
That's alright. I
before
was thinking,
Breaking Bad, I think.
Can you really set it after Breaking Bad? 'Cause wouldn't there be too much heat on him, sort of thing, for him to do anything?
Yeah,
I'll give
it's
it-
gonna be
yeah.
set before, I believe. You know, funnily enough, I had the idea. I said to my dad, I said,
Yeah.
I wish they'd do a spin-off, Better Call Saul, and
Well, I
what have
think-
they done? They've done it.
It's a good idea, but they've got to do it properly. there's a good margin for success.
Yeah.
But they could easily screw it up, couldn't they? I mean, I look at Dexter, basically. He had eight, eight series of pure
That's
gold,
the
and
end.
where did they screw it up?
They leave you hanging at the end of him sitting in a barn or something. And you're like, what the fuck?
Hello again.
Hello.
I don't know. I do like Stargate, though, I've got to be honest. It's one of them.
Stargate was the best.
Yeah.
I'm not
It's one of them
first
things.
for everything
I'll
else.
watch it on the telly. I ain't got the space to download it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, SG-1 was just... It was the ultimate
It was, I
sci-fi
mean-
program for me. It really was.
Kind of fault it really. Like, it's one of the things where you try
No.
and find a fault with it, and the only fault you can find with it is that they fucking stop necking it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was absolute
I mean,
perfection.
some of these series that they stopped making could have carried on, and just all they had to do over the years is replace characters in natural progressional ways. If that makes sense.
That's it, yeah. I always said that could bring it back now.
I mean,
SG-1,
look at
it
this,
could
like
be a completely
Star Trek.
different cast.
You could have a series that started now and keep it going for a good 20 years, as long as you make it feel
Yeah.
organic when you're switching between new and characters, like, you know what I mean? As long as you make it feel organic for the viewer.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, I understand that they've got to go now,
Yeah.
they've got a better job, better this and that, bring them back every so often.
Yeah, that would be better.
Yeah,
If you got that with a sci-fi show, that would be fantastic. Like
Yeah.
in a sense, like EastEnders
Like
never stops.
that sounds
If
a
it was
sci-fi
like that.
soap sort of thing. As long as it's organic,
Oh, it would be
done properly.
amazing. Yeah, say if they did it like,
Yeah,
if it was on for 3 months a year, but they carried on, they did it, you know, they
I'd
kept
rather have it
doing
on
it
3
forever.
months a year,
I'd be happy with that.
in 3 separate chunks of a year. Like the spring season, the summer season, the autumn season. Yeah,
Yeah, 4 episodes
Say-
each. I'll be quite
say
happy
4
with that.
to
Or
6
6 episodes
hour
each.
episodes per 3 months, sort of thing. So
Yeah.
you've got a month in between, say 3 months. Yeah. Yeah,
And
just
they
keep
just
it going,
carry
done
on
every week.
forever.
Just regular enough. So it feels organic, so you just get so say like this is what we did today sort of thing, you know what I mean? Like it is on the extended. Make it feel as if it is
Yeah.
individual missions or one mission per stint, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and we understand that character isn't going to change,
So I
and you
understand
just
that
got to
stuff
live with it.
happens. Sometimes someone gets fired, sometimes somebody gets killed in space exploration or whatever.
Yeah.
Not the end of every series has to end in a blowout. You know what I mean? I mean, okay,
Fully
sometimes,
agree.
okay, end of series 1, it has to be spectacular to get a second series. Fair enough.
Get a few good series in,
Yeah, I
and
mean,
then ease off a bit.
ease off a bit,
Keep it going.
but you don't ease off in the term what you're doing. Is you bring the excitement further forward instead of having it way fixed to the end of the series. Bring it gradually in to the centre. So you've got the centre of excitement, so you can
Yeah.
slowly decrease it, so you can build back up to the start of the following. You know what I mean?
Tom, I reckon you'd
Yeah.
make a really good. You'd make a really good
I mean,
showmaker.
that's as it sounds. Problem with the soaps is them on all the fucking while.
That's what I mean. If you
Yeah.
had a soap, but not soap, but like you know, something like that would just
Yeah.
everybody expects it's going to carry on, you know, year after year, and you realise people are going to go, but
Yeah.
they make them into like mini films like Sherlock is.
I mean,
I
the
love
thing
it.
is you don't have to have it in the standard construct of everybody at the same time. One episode of, like, say, starting up the full
No.
series, you can have a couple of episodes where they're all together, then towards the end of the series, you branch off into single factions, or you
Faction.
start looking at individual characters for an episode or two.
Yeah, like in Sanctuary, sometimes they did episodes
that's another
with
good
just the
show,
two main
Sanctuary.
characters. And it was so good. I love Sanctuary. If that real, I mean, that could still bring that back.
Whereas 13, Helen G. Wells, why not? For a couple of episodes, have travelled down her timeline of
Yeah,
why did she progress into who she was, the writing and all that.
exactly. And what you're describing there is exactly what happens in the Watchmen graphic novel. Some of the stories, you know, you've just seen one of the characters, you're learning about them, the backstory. In another one, it's somebody else, and then there's another one, them all together.
Shows these days is that the tech look back, but it's literally 5 minutes for their entire lifespan. That's what happened. Sometimes you need more information, and you need it slowly to understand it. Yeah.
Or they can go overboard with her and do what Lost did, and show everything about their life, which is overkilling.
You don't need to know too much. You need to know just enough to keep you interested in the character.
During an episode, it'll show you like a good, nice flash to 20 minutes of what something happened previously.
The problem with Lost is 3/4 of that episode was flashes somewhere else. About half of the episode was about the episode beforehand. Literally screenshots of the episode before and before that one. Before you got into the episode you was watching, which you get 10 minutes of dialogue for that episode. Before you went into a flashback of some other time.
I honestly don't know.
There's a good name for the show, because I was lost on episode fucking 2, what was going on. Like, the only reason people kept watching it was to find out what was going on, and what happened was, they went out the way they went in, the bloke closed his eyes at the dog. After, and I know we talk about Dexter being a bullshit ending, but come on. What do you think of more of a bullshit ending than Lost?
It pissed me off because I wanted to know what the fuck was going on through it all, and then I realised that they know themselves, and it was exactly the same with the Mentalist.
I ended that,
you probably I watched that yet. Well, it ended, but you find out who Red John is, and it don't make any sense in the slightest. Like they left the writer, he left shitloads of little clues and stuff, and I was on this forum for ages where they was all piecing together the clues and everything. The bloke don't even know who Red John was himself. The main baddie ends up being just some random bloke.
Which
it's just all off.
Sometimes they'll just throw it away at the end. I can't understand why they do it sometimes.
I'm hoping the Mentalist gets it, because he's got a short half a series left, I think, next year or something like that. I'm hoping that gets enough for a reboot, to carry on. But I think
what they need to do in that next half a series is tie that Red John, that character, into the rest of the story. So that when you go back, so it indicates you need to go back and rewatch to find. They need to put the subtleness in for that next half series, so that you can go back, rewatch, and see where they've integrated that one character, where they fucked it up, to fix it. So I think, that's what they mean.
Yeah, that could write a new subplot.
They need to go back, watch every episode itself, and look for key points where they can integrate Red John into that storyline. Yeah.
Yeah.
They just need that
Make
last
it
half
make
to
sense.
wrap it up, so you can get your mind round it instead of annoying you. Because
Yeah.
if it annoys you too much, you'll write off ever watching that program again just because.
Yeah, and it was great, but you're always wanting to know.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been watching it for years. I've been watching these things, these clues and everything, and I've been thinking about them. I've been on the forums, we've all been discussing them, and then it turns out to be him. Oh, God, it makes no
I
sense.
mean, when you have something like this, like Mentalist, your Dexter, your Warehouse 13, they do need to be ended properly.
I do, and I don't think, to be honest with you, I can understand writers from this perspective because I have trouble with endings. It's very difficult for me to think of a really nice ending that packages it all off.
That's
You know what I mean?
When you think about it, you have a writer who's paid for it. If they can't think of it,
big money.
there's something in front of them to help
Why
them.
start it?
The computer. There are hundreds of millions, if not millions, of pre-written endings to give them ideas.
Yeah.
There's
loads of people giving them ideas.
Have an idea, have a look. They'll give you ideas to feed back on, so you can think, brainwave, there's my ending. How do I make it my own? Sort of thing.
Yeah. But no, they're just.
I know I've gone back to
stupid
Dexter,
ending instead.
Seriously, their ending is Dexter sitting at the table with a beard, looking at the screen. What am I supposed to take away from the 8 series? To watch Dexter.
It's just. At least, I wish they'd have just killed him or something, you know.
It would have annoyed many people, but it would have been a definitive end.
Oh, it wouldn't have annoyed me, to be honest with you. I'd have been happy
Yeah.
with that. I'd have been happy if somebody wrapped him up in plastic.
Like Karma sort of thing.
His dad was, in fact, always. Say if his dad had never been dead. His dad come and wrapped him up in plastic and killed him. I would love that.
His dad put a contingency plan in place if he got if he'd got discovered, or anything like that, anything happened to Deborah, so he'd have somebody ready to take him out.
Yeah.
That's all you had to do. As long as he died, it felt like a proper ending. Nothing could be done. Nothing to complain about. The way they did it, left it too open. We think and they're going to bring it back, and they're going to do this with it.
Well.
Yeah.
For me, Dr. Vogel, I thought they was building her character up amazing. I thought she is really good in this, and then they just frigging slit her throat.
She's got an epic character. I mean, just think
I know.
That's a series
so
in itself of what she did to other people. I mean, that's a series you could. Okay, now you've got to do a prequel series for her. Good series.
Exactly. They could have done that. They could have done it called Vogel
I would have
instead
loved
of
it
Dexter.
In a series. I know it would have probably wouldn't last long, but just a series for Deborah. Just spin her off.
I agree.
Estranged from a brother, sort of thing.
This is why I need to learn how to draw comic book style. Because
I'll reckon
imagine we can put into a
around TV station. We need to become writers.
And write our own comic books.
I mean, okay, let's think of a random show and see how we could have improved it. Just off the top of our head. Name a show that cooked up at the end that we already discussed yet. I've got one just because the aim of the series for a couple of years. Torchwood. Where would you go with it, Ron?
Oh, Torchwood.
How they ended it last time was they killed the blonde.
To be honest with you.
And that American cop that has now got Jack's powers because he's infected with his blood. You got two.
Yeah.
Captain Jack, essentially.
Yeah. I think I'd want him to set up a new Torchwood facility like the previous series was. And
Yeah.
I'd want some interaction with the Doctor as well. I
Yeah.
was always waiting for the Doctor to do a special where he comes
Quite
in
simply,
and visits Jack
this
or
simple.
something, you know.
To get 2 series from one show. Torchwood America, Torchwood England. Well, not England, Cardiff, I think it was, wasn't it? So you have 2 series across,
Yeah,
like, you have
Cardiff.
independent series for us, and one for America. But you interchange it. So at the end of the series, you have 2 series, but you sell both
Brilliant.
series in both countries. But you don't get to see the opposite series until the end to see what they've done.
So
Yeah.
them both working on something, a main storyline, and they don't realise that them both working towards the same goal or opposite sides of a goal or something, and then they do another series, which brings them all together again.
You've got 2 series.
You know what I mean?
Started off like going down the same timeline. You got Jack's team working on it all the way, but at the exact same time for the same series, like, but interchanging how it's been done, like switching between and you're watching as they all work together, but without realising the same goal. Then you have it all where it culminates and coming together for that final episode of the series.
Yeah.
To start off the second series.
It'd be awesome.
Sort of like, yeah, so they all come together.
Them all coming
one.
together, like.
But for that last series, you think is, can those 2 teams work together, or will it explode, sort of thing?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it'd be awesome. And it'd be good for the fans, because the fans could watch through them again and go, oh, that's why that happened in the American one.
Separate,
or that's why that happened in the English one.
Over it, you can only see Captain Jack's perspective, where in America they've only seen, I can't remember his name, but the American's perspective. So I got 2 different perspectives until the last episode where they're all together. Yeah, I liked him.
I liked him, that American chap. I thought
if you think about it, we
really
can't see our
character.
perspective. But all you've seen from our perspective is them butting in. So we're really irritated. So,
but if you watch their series, you realise.
And it comes with both discs, America and ours. Then you have to watch it.
Yeah.
Like, not back to back, but I mean like together. So if you set it out like the sort of like story wise, so we tell all in one go. So it's like a couple episodes with Jack, then followed by 1 or 2 episodes of the American. So you realise it's actually one storyline, but if it's done right, that they all interlude into one big series about 40 episodes. To the end, where you realise how it's been put together for the following last big blow for that particular storyline for a series of them working together, but in ultimately conquering whatever it is.
It would be awesome. I mean, even say if you couldn't have an American,
it could be from anywhere around the world.
Couldn't have an American one. You could only have a British one. Yeah, well, you could have it. You could have 2 different series running in this country, you know, and
or you could
they
just
don't tell you that they're intertwined.
With Captain Jack, where he finds his old the other wrist thing. I can't think of the name of it.
Yeah, he was in the recent Doctor Who episode.
And it just completely goes haywire, and just teleports into a far part of the universe, and he has to find his way back.
Yeah, well, this is the thing he's lived about 3-4 lifetimes on Earth. You know, because the once he was buried in an hole in the ground for hundreds of years. But, well, you can imagine, we could watch some of his other lives. I mean, he's lived through all different time eras. He's a doctor. He ain't travelled in the sense much with like a TARDIS, but he's travelled, literally lived it.
Thing is, what they're doing,
so much I could show you.
They're not capitalising on Torchwood there. What they've got, I can't think of his name. Oh, what's his name? Captain Jack. I can't think of his name now. I know y'all know it.
John Barrowman. I had to look up my
I love it.
autograph
He's
and
a
then
cracking actor. For some
reminded
reason,
me.
my mind went blank when I tried to think of his name. John Barrowman. I mean, what they're doing with him now?
Sometimes.
That pressure pad sadness on BBC One.
He said they tell him to keep saying pressure pad all the time because it makes
I've
the
watched it
contestants
once
feel. I've
last
never watched
days.
it, to be honest with
They're
you. Russell.
wasting this immense amount of talent on that. I mean,
Oh,
if he enjoys
the
it,
man
fair
is
enough if he's doing it,
amazing.
if he enjoys it, but... Yeah.
He likes presenting stuff,
Yeah.
though. He likes to do a bit of everything now. He sings, he's got music albums, he does theatre, you know.
I mean,
He
why
needs to,
not?
they need to get a
For one
Torchwood
episode,
film. That's
just
right.
for shits and giggles. Do a Torchwood where the earth is infected, where everybody can't stop singing. They got Captain Jack just singing away orders. Randomly, I mean.
That would be
Where he
fantastic.
can't stop breaking out into
That
songs,
would be
singing
great.
random songs from random films or random shows.
There was an episode like that in Sanctuary where they couldn't communicate with her unless they sang.
I mean, where it's got like a musical,
That was good.
affected by a musical. Keep singing, like they can't stop it.
Yeah, that would be class.
The more they try and stop, the bigger the song gets, sort of thing. Like they start turning to Sopranos or something stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, I wish we could just materialise
sort
all
of
these
show, like
ideas.
Doctor Who, where you can take these daft ideas and actually apply it to them. Because they've got the format where it will work
Yeah.
if done properly.
It does. I mean, they can put anything in Doctor Who and it works, though.
I
You know,
mean-
if they do it right.
The one thing I like about Doctor Who for the past couple of years, okay, at the start, I wasn't too keen on Matt Smith, but we all know where it went with it. We both loved it.
First
I
episode
will
he
say,
converted me, to be honest.
Still a bit more of a Tennant fan, just...
I know you are. I love them,
I don't
but
know,
I can't pick between them. I really can't. I think on that 50th anniversary episode with them both together,
Yeah.
it was amazing. And John Hurt with them as well.
Joe, I through
Amazing.
some of the old episodes with Eccleston. He rarely, if ever, used his screwdriver.
I've never
Do you know what I
watched
mean,
him
though?
again. I watched him when they was on. So
I remember-
2005,
I remember
2006,
near-
I think it was.
Most of the time, when Tennant would get his screwdriver out. And then you remember,
Yeah.
it's an ugly rat-ass bloody screwdriver, but you remember every time that Smith got his screwdriver out. No,
I don't
never
like
knew
his
it. I gotta be honest, I
screwdriver
never
at
knew
all.
it.
It's massive. Why is it so big?
Look,
It's supposed to be the
So
shape
I
of a
love
screwdriver.
Is Tennant thinking, well, he made that classy job, well, making up for something with that screwdriver, you know what I mean? You gotta be making up for something. That's why I love Tennant. He was so close to the knuckle, yet so far away, but you know what I mean?
I know. I liked it when he thought he could change was a fixed point in time, and he went a bit. He was like, I can do anything. He went a bit bad there. Then the woman who he saved died anyway because he can't change a
he
fixed
can try,
point.
but it will always find a way. So
Yeah. A shot herself there. I think it was. That was good. That was.
it was just done well.
Anyway, I think I'm gonna go down
I think
with
I
it.
might go on Beyond or
a
watch
bit of
some
telly.
programs and download them. Yay!
Hey, we've done another 4 hours.
Be a fucking podcast now anyway. Us talking about what's wrong with fucking
Podcast
fight. And telly. Oh yeah.
Well, it's an
I'll see you in a bit,
intriguing
mate.
conversation for people anyway.
I'll
Enjoy
talk to you
it,
tomorrow
people.
probably.
Good night.
Have a happy New Year, man.
Have
a
an
good one.
happy new
Did it,
year.
mate. Good one, man. Did it, mate.
Have a good one. See ya.